Am I the asshole? For indirectly telling my friend that nobody will ever love her? I F27 have been with my BFM27 for 2 years and he recently proposed. I then had a weekend brunch with my friends, they wanted to know all about it and started asking me about my wedding plans. A lot of them are married, so they were also giving me advice on a few things. It was all going well, but then my friend Alicia F33 noticed my necklace and asked me about it. My fiancé also gave me a necklace with my future initials on it when he proposed, my first name and his last name. We've discussed it in the past and I love the idea of sharing his last name. The moment I told her that it was a gift from him, Alicia started berating my fiancé for upholding outdated cultural beliefs and how he must be very controlling and possessive. I explained that I want to take his last name after marriage, and she still continued. She told me that this necklace is like a dog collar, that he's trying to claim that I'm his property and I should feel insulted over such a misogynistic present. At this point, I lost it and said, well, you should be glad because nobody will ever claim you in such a patriarchal fashion. She started crying and left. My friends agreed with me that she was being extremely insulting, but a few of them later said that I should still apologize because marriage is a sore spot for Alicia as she's the eldest in the group and unmarried. Nobody has ever shamed her for it, but she has cried at a few friends' weddings. So, am I the asshole for indirectly saying that nobody will marry her? P.S. English isn't my first language, so if I've made a grammatical error, please ignore it. Yikes, read this back to yourself. Does any of this sound like two friends speaking to each other? Maybe y'all should not be calling yourselves friends. ESH. Gonna say ESH because that is something you just don't fucking say to people. She was an ass for sure, but you really fucked up big by dropping that on her. If a friend of mine acted like that about my partner, I might ask them if everything was okay, since this seemed really out of the blue. Do you two even like each other? ESH. ESH. She was rude and you were unnecessarily cruel to her. You both suck. ESH. There's nothing wrong with Alicia's viewpoint, but as she's trying to force it upon you, she's an R. You making the comment about how no one will want her makes you an R. You could have just said, Alicia, I'm happy with my decision. Drop it. Info. Is Alicia always pushing her opinion on people? Is she usually bordering on bully? Not the asshole. Alicia started berating my fiancé for upholding outdated cultural beliefs and how he must be very controlling and possessive. She told me that this necklace is like a dog collar, that he's trying to claim that I'm his property. She said all this knowing it was your choice and something you had discussed with your fiancé. Then the fight is on. All the esh and to votes are clearly people who starts fight and are shocked when they get put back in their place. Not the asshole. Holy fuck, what are these responses? Alicia compared OP to a dog and accused her fiancé of being misogynistic because of a necklace. She insulted her and got insulted back. Jesus Christ, people. Especially since, as OP said in a comment, this is not the first time Alicia said vile things about their friends' fiancés. Not the asshole, at all. If she's gonna offer up her opinion about your marriage and relationship, then she's opening herself up to criticism about the subject. She doesn't get to just shit all over people's parade and then expect nobody to say anything back. Can't handle the heat, don't dish it out. Y'all aren't friends. ESH. She was definitely out of line for going off on that, especially once it was confirmed that it was your choice and something you wanted. It is an R move for you to counter-attack with a known sore spot toe. Not the asshole. The friend wanted to insult you and your fiancé, and I don't see a problem with you standing your ground and defending yourself. Misery loves company. You should stop being her friend. Not the asshole. She shouldn't have said anything. I don't feel the least bit bad for her. She crossed a line with her comments. I'm tired of people feeling like we need to coddle assholes. She got what she deserved. This is clearly bait, lol. Not the asshole. You simply returned her negative energy back and she couldn't handle it. You're both adults. Not the asshole. All the SH comments can go touch grass. I will be the one to say it. We can all see why Alicia is single. ESH. Indirectly my ass. She wasn't right to say what she did and you went nuclear with the response. In the long run your words are the ones that are gonna linger the most. ESH. She was way over the line, but so were you. You do not sound like good friends to each other. Not the asshole. She was trying to make you feel bad because she was jealous, pure and simple. Screw that. You don't need people around who just want to poke holes in your happiness. Not the asshole. She shared her perspective on the woman taking the man's last name. You explained it wasn't imposed on you but something you wanted. She insisted and tried to impose it upon you again, you flexed back. She hit twice and you hit once, twice as hard. Seems like a wash. Not the asshole. Everyone saying ESH is clearly the Alicia in their friend group. Alicia fucked around and found out real quick. Seems she was saying those things as cope for the fact she's still unmarried while all her friends are, so she blames the men and goes into misandrist rants as OP has discussed in this thread. I'm glad OP was the one who put Alicia in her place. Sometimes if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Alicia could have been happy for her friend but chose to make it negative. Not the asshole. She started it, you finished it. The fact that she's been unsuccessful in love does not give her the right to berate your this so-called friend to the curb. Not the asshole. Even if her intention was good, which it obviously wasn't, she has no right to imply that your gift was your fiancé's attempt to subjugate you, much less when you made it clear that it is your decision to take his last name. I think that she's jealous for the reasons you mentioned, but that doesn't give her the excuse to act and disrespect you and your fiancé like that, although if you were a little rude, she brought it on herself by not knowing how to keep things to herself. Not the asshole. Don't bash and trash on someone's love life when they're happy or not upset and then get upset that people will respond harshly back. Not everyone will show grace. But considering she's the oldest of the group and never been married or proposed to, maybe she should focus on her own issues. Especially if she hasn't had a BF. Well, maybe she shouldn't have said anything. I'd quite get to be assholes then. When they get the sand energy back they cry. Not the asshole. She got defensive and is spraying insults as a cover for her own misery. Maybe she will get a wake-up call via her reaction. Not the asshole. I find nothing wrong with responding to annoying rude people with a taste of their own medicine. Don't apologize and find a new set of friends while you're at it. I'm saying not the asshole because I believe very strongly in judging based on the information given, because we are Redditors aren't privy to anything more, even though I have a strong nagging feeling for this one that the narrator is unreliable. However, assuming the narrator is reliable, Alicia would be the R100%. People may think it's too far below the belt, but if you're attacking someone's relationship and accusing basic, sweet actions of being patriarchal, you will get what's coming to you, and I don't see why anyone should feel bad for you. I thought it was funny. Mean? Yes. Deserved? Also yes. Not the asshole. What did she expect? You gave her a much-needed reality check. Nuclear option, but honestly not the asshole, once someone calls you an actual dog. Sheesh. Not the asshole, and people need to stop coddling assholes. Alicia deserved it and you were right. No one will love her if she keeps berating other people's marriages and insulting their spouses. Calling his wedding gift to you a dog collar? That's freaking insulting to both you and your partner. Marriage is bad, collar for a woman, etc., etc. Okay, nobody is gonna marry you. You should feel good. Wah-ah, how could you? Not the asshole.